All right, cool. So today I'm actually going to read out a bunch of email questions again. And there was a few that I gotten from a bunch of people, from a few different people that were related to gastrointestinal health, mostly probiotics. So I figure, why not read those out verbatim? So the first one was, what are the benefits of taking probiotic supplements? My answer to that was, probiotic supplements specifically can have benefits to someone who is going through a certain type of condition where it is deemed necessary. Very important. Different strains do different things, and there are times where, due to certain circumstances, those being illness, genetics, stress, etc., someone may be lacking those beneficial strains despite having hundreds of trillions of independent microbes in their microbiome. So here's a list of many benefits that I have in my references. There are probiotic strains that could benefit you by
adhesion to intestinal cells, thus inhibiting pathogenic microbiome adhesion, direct antibiotic action, converting some vitamins into others such as K1 into K2, repopulation, for example, crowding out bacterial pathogens, helping to balance the gut microbiota, such and such, supporting the proliferation and establishment of many species of certain genus after antibiotic use, stimulating the immune system, modulation of the immune system, very important, alleviating symptoms of IBS, reducing the risk of SIBO, small intestinal bacterial overgrowth, after PPI, proton pump inhibitor treatment, improving blood lipids and endothelial function, improving bloating, belching, abdominal fullness, and occasional constipation, reducing the duration and symptoms of viral infections from rhinovirus to rotavirus and norovirus, which is disgusting, reducing inflammation, supporting respiratory health, reducing body fat and bettering body composition, mood, cognitive and stress support, increasing iron absorption, supporting bone health, supporting biometabolism, improving glucose tolerance and liver inflammation, vaginal and urinary tract support, dryness support due to like yeast overgrowth,
especially on the skin, and including for men. It's not just women that go through that.
celiac and gluten intolerance, improving intestinal permeability, eradicating pathogenic bacteria, and much more.
Moving on. What is the best probiotic? How do you choose a probiotic? That's a really good question. I actually love when people ask me that question. The best probiotic depends on what you're using it for. You must be able to answer a few questions that I give you, including what symptoms are you having, who recommended it to you, if I didn't in the first place, and what do you wish to gain from taking this? Only then can I answer this question for you. I personally choose a probiotic based on these questions. I go through my mental catalog of strains and what they have been documented to help with, and then find a product from there. If someone wants a probiotic for just general health, I recommend just eating fermented foods or a product that has strains that help with immune modulation, general gastrointestinal health, and general repopulation. Also, depending on the time of the year, but nothing intense. If you have any other concerns, then we get to talking. Make sure you're all staying hydrated. Do probiotics actually work? That is an excellent question. And in fact, you have two sides of town on this one. You have practitioners, you have microbiologists, you have certain gastroenterologists who will say yes, they do work. But then you have the other side of town, other physicians and whatnot, who say they do not work. They don't do anything for you. They're a waste of money, this and that and the other. Okay, now let's look at my view of this. There are countless in vitro describing something in glass, whether it be like in a test tube or a petri dish. In vivo, describing something within a living organism, meaning animal and humans. Different studies and reviews available for you all to view that answers this question. They certainly work. You just need to know what you're attempting to address. Yes, they can help with your constipation, with your intestinal inflammation, with your body composition, etc. That person specifically had those questions, and yes, there are certain strains that work for that. There are strains that, they work. They have been demonstrated to help with certain things. Now, that being said, is it a waste of money buying a probiotic? A lot of times for a lot of people, yes, it can be, because you may not be getting a probiotic based on what you need it for. You may be getting something that isn't really doing much except for, just keeping you generally healthy, which is that a waste of money? No, but you may be taking way more than you need to, which is wasting your money. I have some clients who were taking 100 billion probiotics years back before, and they weren't noticing any difference. but they were otherwise healthy. So I have reduced them to taking something else, and they've been fine. They've been feeling the exact same way, and they're not spending that same amount of money. So, you know, yeah, anyway, continue. Can probiotics help me lose weight? Oh, yes. Many will say no, but they certainly can. Pair with exercise, adequate water intake, fiber and prebiotic intake, blood sugar control, stress management, and you're good to go. Yes, a probiotic can help you lose weight. There are specific strains that will help with weight management. There are actually a group of strains that has been shown to help those who are overweight and diabetic to lose weight without any exercise. That being said, that doesn't mean I want you to not exercise. I want you all to exercise, even if it's a little bit based on what you can do, but a probiotic can help you lose weight. Can you tell me the difference between prebiotics and probiotics? Absolutely. In nutrition, a prebiotic is a non-digestible compound in food that supports the growth and activity of microbiota. It's literally an oligosaccharide or a type of carbohydrate that we can't digest, but gets consumed and thus fermented by our gut bacteria, helping them to grow and live. To them, it's a nutrient, just like to us, protein, fats, water, fiber, carbohydrates are nutrients, right? Classic examples are FOS, fructose oligosaccharide, GOS, galacto oligosaccharide, etc., and can come from breast milk, Jerusalem artichoke, chicory root, garlic, banana, etc. My favorite is Jerusalem artichokes. I love them. They taste great. Really easy to prepare. A probiotic is a living microorganism which has beneficial effects on the host when ingested in adequate amounts. They stimulate immune effects or functions in a strain-specific manner. Very important. Keep in mind, not all fermented foods are probiotics. You know, like beer, wine, etc. So pre is the food for pro. Okay, cool. Can you mix antibiotics and probiotics? Generally, no. You're taking an antibiotic to eradicate bacteria. That means pathogenic bacteria, which is the point of taking it. Opportunistic bacteria, which are the ones that don't really do much, but if they have their space in their way, they will hurt you, like E. coli. And also the good bacteria. However, I don't suggest not taking a probiotic at all when you're taking an antibiotic. To make sure opportunistic bacteria and yeast don't get the upper hand when all that real estate is opened up, I suggest taking a probiotic as far in between your antibiotic use as possible. Every single person I've recommended this to has had good outcomes. Antibiotic-related diarrhea, nausea, yeast infections, etc. can be easily avoided this way. When you're done on your round, continue taking your probiotic until the bottle is done and you should be good to go. Are probiotics effective for treating acid reflux? In short, yes. There are some probiotic strains that have reported positive outcomes in regards to the symptoms of GERD, especially acid reflux. One study that I remember showed the strain LG21 supporting this by way of mechanism of improving protein digestion and also increasing gastric emptying. Unfortunately, I haven't seen too many good studies showing this benefit from other strains as far as, like, you know, supporting acid reflux. So I personally address it in other ways. I don't address acid reflux with probiotic support, and I oftentimes tell people to not look at a probiotic as something that will help you with acid reflux. That is the issue with your lower esophageal sphincter, so, you know, we got to address it that way. Can you take too much probiotics? Will too much make you sick? What a question. All right, first of all, a good amount of probiotics are transient, meaning they do not colonize. They kind of just pass through and do good along the way until they get excreted with your stool. We already have hundreds of trillions of bacteria in and on us right now. One of the biggest worries that I have is taking too many colonizing lactobacillus strains and you potentially getting or worsening SIBO. Anyway, the main thing to consider is if you take too much probiotics, especially bacillus strains, you're going to get bloating, cramping, weird stools, maybe loose stools, and nausea, because those spore forming strains are aggressive. This is Bacillus subtilis and Bacillus coagulans. I've seen people take 100 billion a day and not have issues, so it's really depending on what you're doing. Remember, y'all, balance. Too much of anything is never a good thing. What has been the most effective brand of probiotics for you? So here's the thing. Most of these brands on the market are not the manufacturers that isolated the strains and have documented how they work. Some of them are like BioK Plus or Proven, which is the store of Cultec, which makes some great probiotic strains. But hey, let's just answer the question directly, right? All right, so vaginal health, Gyro, post antibiotic use, Probulin or BioK Plus, general health, Probulin or Now, repopulation or overall wellness, Probulin or Sun Warrior. So if you want to look for brands, there you go. Otherwise, you know, get in touch and we can talk about this, because I want to make sure everyone is good. Is there a point to taking probiotics while you're on antibiotics? I know I just answered that question, but I pulled it, so let's just answer it. Absolutely. The side effects of antibiotics are terrible. The nausea, diarrhea, skin problems, yeast infections, UTIs. Anyway, like I mentioned before, opportunistic, robust pathogenic bacteria, especially yeast, because they aren't bacteria, of course, will gladly swoop in and make your life worse, possibly causing you to need another round of antibiotics within a few months or a year, whatever. Taking a comprehensive probiotic throughout or midway and a few more days when you're done will get you straight. And this person, gosh, I forgot what they were going through, but this person was constantly on antibiotics, and yeah, it was definitely problematic for them. I did help them out. Yeah, they were very familiar with the side effects while taking antibiotics, but after working with them, they were good to go. So hopefully that continues to work out for them and for you all if you need any support. What is the difference between hormones and enzymes? This, great question. All right, so a hormone performs an activity usually far from their origin. They do not start biochemical reactions. They can translocate from one part of a cell to another. They are made out of lipids, usually, and are signaling molecules. An enzyme performs an action relatively close to where they're made. They do start biochemical reactions, are made out of proteins or sometimes RNA, like ribozymes. They do not translocate Jack and are quick catalysts. Easiest way to think of it is like this. A hormone is a chemical messenger and travels the blood to get to long distances to make stuff happen. An enzyme is a biological catalyst and speeds up reactions close to where they are made. All right, next question. Why is bile essential for digestion, even though it doesn't contain any enzymes, or digestive enzymes specifically? So yes, bile does not contain any digestive enzymes, but it is essential for digestion. That is accurate, but it's due to its composition. Let's not make this more confusing. So let me see, I'm going to read this out. Bile acids emulsify fats that you consume into what we call fat droplets. Your pancreas then releases lipases into the duodenum, where it then proceeds to digest these fat droplets and converting them into fatty acids or monoglycerides. Can digestive enzymes help with my acid reflux? Not really. What I told this person is, you're refluxing most likely because your lower esophageal sphincter is weak or not working right. The digestive enzymes will help break down your food, but may not contribute to gastric emptying. That being said, it's possible that someone's suffering from occasional reflux due to poor digestive enzyme production, usually caused by like dehydration, can benefit from supplementation, but I often recommended handling it in other ways. Are digestive enzymes safe? Heck yeah, they are. In general and in our bodies endogenously, these digestive enzymes are what keep food from going rancid, denaturing, or fermenting in our stomachs. Like, that's gross. We don't want that. So yeah, These enzymes are chemically breaking down our foods fast enough for us to benefit from them. Just don't get them anywhere they shouldn't be. Like, all right, pop open a digestive enzyme capsule and put it on your tongue. Actually, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Never mind. But yes, they are safe. Is taking a digestive enzyme safe? Yes, for the most part, unless you have ulcers in your throat or ulcers in your stomach, because then it's going to hurt like absolute heck. So, no, there's other ways to support your body pumping out digestive enzymes without taking a digestive enzyme supplement. When should I take digestive enzymes? Symptomatically. That's the end all to that answer. If you're lactose intolerant and you had some milk or a dairy product, take lactase. If you had some beans and you really have a hard time digesting beans, take some alpha galactosidase. If you had a huge meal and you're normally fine, but this one is just kind of sitting there and there's nothing's going on, then sure, take a digestive enzyme to help break it down a little more. I don't necessarily recommend taking one daily because, you know, we produce them on our own, but they are very, very helpful symptomatically. So that's it for today. If you guys like the video, hit like. If you don't, hit dislike. If you would like to, comment below. If you have anything you need to say or have any questions, if you have any questions you want to submit, send them to my email below in the description. If you like this and want to see more, feel free to subscribe. It's free for you to do. You don't have to if you don't want to, but I would appreciate that just to help spread the word of KW. Balance, staying healthy, because the health is yours. Just grab it and own it. But with that being said, KW's out.